already started running ads for that Labubu doll that
If you mention that you are scaling them maybe from 10 lakhs to 1 CR,
I don't want to work because money takes time. Actual money takes time.
what is or where is Facebook ads in 2025? Where should a D2C brand start selling first? Is it marketplaces or is it on their own website? How to improve ROAS while running Facebook ads?
If I'm saying to a founder, "Ki, I will help you hit 7x ROAS, how can you take me at 7?
If you mention that you are scaling them maybe from 10 lakhs to 1 CR, what is it apart from Facebook ads they should do? Lot of Gyan is happening on Instagram. Make the creatives and the supplier will ship and pack the product and you earn money in lakhs of crores from the comfort of your home.
In my experience, I have seen people end up actually actively losing a lot of money. I'm losing patience. I'm like, I don't want to work because money takes time. Actual money takes time to get.
कोई dropshipping के बारे में बता रहा है 4-5 steps they should check in order to check the originality of the person.
Be very, very, very sure about the money it is going to actually take. Right?
Okay.
But dropshipping is very trend related. And I know people who have already started running ads for that Labubu doll that is going viral. I'm fairly certain in 1.5 months that is going to drop and the person is going to shift his attention to something else.
If someone wants to start a D2C brand today, which are the categories you feel those are still untapped?
I would put my bets on
Product quality and customer were the king and they will be the king tomorrow as well.
absolutely.
What is or where is Facebook ads in 2025? Which are the most creatives that you would suggest that they should definitely try and keep trying?
Really hook-based video creative, short and sweet, targeting the problem, providing the solution, right?
Any course you would suggest for Facebook ads and Google ads? Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Add to Cart with Sunny Wadhwani. It's been great to connect with all of you guys multiple times. This is another episode we're going live with, and thanks for giving a lot of support. Thanks for giving a lot of love and wishes over all the three platforms. Great to see that you are liking our guest experiences, insights, and thanks to the guests as well who say yes to come on these shows like this and shower their learnings, their experiences, their insights, especially on the practical end, so that you make some lesser mistakes and save your time. Coming back again, going to our guest today. I think we've been keep interacting since a few years now. It's been 2 years, if I'm not wrong. He's on the other end of performance marketing. I'm on the other end of performance marketing, and he's been into performance marketing, I think, around 2018 or 19, if I'm not wrong. Very similar to when I also started, but he's been building his own business. I started my career in 18. He started his own business in 18, 19. And he also helps other agencies grow as well into their business. He's also a fellow engineer like us, and he's also done MBA. So again, similar to me, I've done online, he's done offline. So thanks, Faisal. Welcome here. Thank you so much for giving your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Sunny. Really excited to be here.
Yeah, sure. Feel free to add any point regarding you for the audience if I missed any.
I think you winded it up well, and that's me, fellow engineer, fellow MBA marketer.
So, Faisal, we'll try to keep it very raw today. I think this is how you are also as a person. We'll try to keep it very conversational. Great to see you coming up with a lot of content across the marketplaces. So I'll be won't have it like more of a question and answer. We'll always try to have a bit more conversational so that it looks more exciting. But I'll start with the first question. What is performance marketing in 2025?
It is an interesting question. I think back in the day when we had all started our careers in the performance marketing, it used to be fairly simple. You run ads, you acquire customers. The market was really, I would say, nascent as well. A lot of conversions and a lot of profits happening, right? While in 2025, it used to be the wild, wild west. Now it is a good old corporate hub in that sense that there is a good barrier of entry now. So performance marketing, simply put, right now is a content-driven game, right? All the data metrics, the technicalities which used to make Facebook ads and performance look like a magic pill back in the day, they are all slowly and gradually not that significant anymore. It is all a content first approach, having a machine gun of content which connects to the customer, makes them want to buy from you as compared to 10 other people who are selling this primarily the same thing that you are, right?
Got it.
At the right price at the right time. So that is what performance marketing is right now, a content-led sales approach. Data takes a precedence, but it is content first, data second.
Got it. So when you're mentioning content first approach, do you like to have it a little more detailed? Content first, are you talking about creatives? Are you talking about product quality? Or are you talking about more from influencer marketing? Or are you talking about owned media, where the brands and all owning their media on their Instagram, or
Right.
founder being a lot more active on the social media?
I would actually say all four. There is no
Okay.
ifs and buts that, okay, this will do, this will do. There's obviously, focus areas depending on the scale at which you are at, right? But it has to be, if you are wanting to grow beyond a certain scale, it has to be each and every aspect of as a sales channel, if you have to treat it as that,
Got it.
right? You start off focusing on your paid ads content and ad creators which speak to the customer, right? But ROAS is something which I personally call Char Din Ki Chandni. It is coming today. I'm 110% sure after 2 years or 1.5 years, it's going to stop, right?
Got it.
Time, whatever you have built in this 1.5 year long runway that the performance marketing team has given you is going to start acting up from a sales channel perspective, right? So paid ads take you from 0 to 1 or 0 to 10, right? But then after a specific point, it has to be the owned creatives, it has to be the influencer collaborations that you are doing, it has to be the retention communication that you are doing as well, if we talk about that, and every other thing which is going to take precedence. But yeah, paid advertising is the first or the second step that you should definitely be taking. But after that, all creatives from a creative first approach have to be focused upon, right? Be it a founder led brand or a or a creator led brand, in whichever sense you want to put it.
Got it. So, my next question would be, I think since you've been helping a lot of D2C brands, you are also in the similar space where we two of us or many other players are operating. Want to understand that Amazon is really getting affected by quick commerce and all. My second straightforward question is, what is the impact of quick commerce on the sales from Shopify or the website sales?
So quick commerce is impacting certain industries. I would not say it is impacting all industries. I'll tell you the reason for that. Quick commerce does not have it has the volume, but it does not have the depth of category.
Got it.
If I want a bucket, I might get it in 4 colors, but in different sizes, I don't think I will have more options on Amazon. And so the only
Correct.
thing quick commerce is doing is adding a little bit of convenience. And every product, people usually do not need to have that level of convenience at that time as well. So food, it surely is impacting. Right? Certain skincare products, surely it is impacting. Travel accessories, because people usually end up buying stuff at
Correct.
the end, that surely it is impacting. But apparel, I don't think it will impact that much because they cannot have that much, at least at the current state. If something else happens in the future, you never know. But at the current stage at which we are at, even the apparels which are being sold on quick commerce do not have that level of width. Like I'll give an
Yeah,
example.
correct.
Last year, I wanted to buy a cooler for my living room, right? And at that time, Blinkit had come up with that we are going to sell coolers online as well, Symphony and everything. So I was like, okay, great, I'll get it in my home. But when I went to the product page, I was not able to understand the size of the.
Understand. Yeah, correct.
What will be the technicalities? Will it cool me from what distance? I was like, I'm not gonna risk for $1,000 or a couple of bucks, this much. Went right behind my society. I found the cooler. I saw, okay, this much. Get it shipped. I
Got
get
it.
it to my place. Simple as that. So certain technically led products, I would say people will want more assurance from a product page,
That's true.
which is on the website, which is on Amazon, because this quick commerce as a channel itself is not very good with return policies and stuff as well. So all these things
Correct,
combined, I
correct,
don't
correct.
think it impacts sales as much, though in certain categories, surely for food and all of these things which people require instantly,
Instantly.
there
Yeah.
it surely does impact.
Got it. Like to add more points on this, I think I also agree with you that it won't be impacting or is not impacting all the categories. It is impacting FMCG because that's a repeat buying.
Yeah,
Now, earlier, what used to people when we were in the school or something, we used to buy an all once in a month.
yeah,
Now, because of this availability, because of this our consumer behavior, we don't have to think the moment salary hits our account हमें
yeah,
घर में राशन राशन भरवाना that concept has gone now. Whenever we need anything, we buy it, whether we are from tier 1 or even tier 2 cities. Tier 3, at least they are still a little far, I would say, but at least in the availability of tier 1, tier 2, they are there. And
right.
I completely agree, spot on with that point of return policies and all, because आप वो डिटेल्स ढूंढते हो कि यार मैं खरीद तो लूंगा, there is not a big point, but what if the product is not working
It is not
with
working.
that? with that Amazon and Flipkart, they have that trust level more than brand. कि मेरे product में कुछ issue हुआ, so I know Amazon customer support or Flipkart customer support will help.
Absolutely.
And second on fashion, but a recent trend which I've seen, especially from the last 3 months, brands like Pepe Jeans and all, that the market for innerwear is slightly growing on quick commerce because that's more related with travel, last minute. Now, coming back to what you exactly do, I think you help brands. So, could you explain maybe in a minute that what exactly Brandslane or Faisal does today?
Right, right, right. So our company Brandslane works primarily with with DTC and e-commerce businesses, with the core goal of making them scale their revenue, right, and figuring out the profitability metrics. Simple as that, right?
Got it.
That is what our goal is, right? So any brand, if they are doing about 10, 15 lakhs, they have figured out the PMF. They have figured out, okay, we are able to automatically generate revenue, right? And the product and the customer base is there. We work with them to scale them to the next crore or 2 crores, right? That is
Got
what
it.
overall metric of success is, what we track on a day-to-day basis.
Got it. So if you mention that you are scaling them maybe from 10 lakhs to 1 CR, one would be taking care of Facebook ads.
Yeah.
What are the other stuff you take care? Or maybe if someone in place of you is helping brands, D2C e-commerce brands to grow their sales on website,
Yeah.
what is it apart from Facebook ads they should do, irrespective of whether they've started recently or they are maybe 3, 4, 5 years older?
So Facebook ad is just the tip of the iceberg, because it's the most visual platform ideally, and it gains more attention in any conversation. But yeah, apart from that, we help them in sorting their Google advertising as well.
Got it.
We work on the landing pages and we work on the website front. We work on retention marketing very extensively to ensure that people are coming back into the funnel. We are working on their ad creatives as well. We have an in-house ad creative team as well, right?
Great.
Through and through, as a company, we look at the overall acquisition funnel,
Got it.
looking at what needs attention and what needs optimization and improvement.
Got it. So I think you are in that 10% of the bucket where 90% is not focusing on helping or growing e-commerce business instead of only helping them run Amazon or
Yeah.
maybe Facebook ads, but
Yes.
it's all about impacting their top line because at the end,
Absolutely. Absolutely. What and will can be done to fix the leakages of customers and helping them grow. Those are the services that we focus on. So the focus for anyone who is getting into this as well has to be from just a media buyer or just a person or a button clicker to an actual growth partner. That
Got it.
transition has to always come naturally. It takes time to build those assets because the industry is also becoming, as I said, more corporatized. I mean, the entry barrier is becoming more and more difficult.
Right.
So once you do and you figure stuff out, you have to transition as a growth partner because that is what brands ultimately are looking for, and that is what can actually help them scale up as well.
Correct. Correct. Now, when we were talking about quick commerce and the consumer behavior, if a customer is landing on the website,
Uh-huh.
because of this very impatient behavior, are the delivery rates also improved on website? That is one thing. And second, if they are not improved, our customers, maybe when we sell from website, you get their information, you get their details, you get to talk to them. So are they also telling or giving those signals that we need faster delivery,
Absolutely.
irrespective whether Amazon, quick commerce or website?
100%. We get people who purchase where it's written that it takes X days to get the product. They say कि मेरी कल friend की शादी है. I want this product delivered tomorrow. I'm traveling tomorrow itself. I want this delivered tomorrow itself. I'm not. Then they cancel the product. So that is something which, as a customer behavior, it is getting impacted, right? That even if they are not wanting to purchase from Blinkit and quick commerce, that behavior is intrinsically coming into the customer. That faster delivery rates are required right now, and logistics is one of the major issues that brands have to focus upon improving if they want their marketing to be more.
So have you seen examples, the brands who are being slow on this or getting reluctant that since earlier they have seen sales, good amount of sales with slow delivery, now also whether like they are like कि ठीक है, maybe अभी इतना impact नहीं, future में देखेंगे delivery rate improve करना है.
Yes, they are, I would say, taking it semi-seriously. It is more on to the logistic partners that have to take it seriously. In the end of the day, it is their business that is dependent on the overall, success or speed of delivery in that sense, right? And I don't think it has been actively being worked upon on all fronts, but I have seen a couple of companies which are now coming up, or the past ones which were having slower delivery rates, shorten it up and focus on, increasing the speed and everything. But brands are taking this into consideration with all ears on the ground. Ki, okay, what is the customer wanting right now? And this is something which is being discussed. At least with my clientele, I do discuss this as a possible detractor for people to not purchase.
Now, want to understand the trend which is happening on Instagram. I think you would be the best person to answer this. We have seen a lot of folks doing a lot of, maybe I'd be using a little different word, is Gyan Baazi. Lot of Gyan is happening on Instagram. Build your e-commerce business, take an idea, build your Shopify store for rupees 20, take their subscription and inbuilt वहां से बहुत suppliers हैं, talk to them, start running Facebook ads, make the videos, make the creatives, and the supplier will ship and pack the product, and you earn money in lakhs of crores from the comfort of your home. You would be the right person. Tell me the reality of it, whether they are actually correct or it's just to gain views and subscribers.
Honestly, I think when a fit is too good to be true, it usually is too good to be true. That is what I believe in. And that is what the reality essentially is. See, any uncontextual advice I treat as unimportant. Any advice has to have a context associated with it. If I'm saying ki I will help you hit 7x ROAS, if I'm saying that to a founder, it is devoid of the context. Ki, bhai, right now I am at 1. How can you take me at 7?
Correct.
Right. Without that context, I cannot make a general umbrella promise. And that is what is happening. Those umbrella promises, though factual at times, because they might be getting a good ROAS, but that acts as just a hook of getting customers in. Right? Ki I got 7x for my client, but it's not going to happen for your brand as well.
Yeah, correct,
So
correct,
there's a
correct.
lot of context. Maybe the
Lot
1x
of
ROAS is there for a reason. Their social media sucks, their creative sucks, their CPMs are high, their product sucks. So an umbrella statement should never be treated with seriousness, and at least not from a transaction perspective, right? So there's a lot of Gyanbazi, and there's a lot of like in my experience, I have seen people end up actually actively losing a lot of money in this, right? There is success. Obviously, there's always going to be success in any of these scenarios. There will be people who put in their heart and soul. I have coached people as well. We have had successes. We have had certain few failures as well. That is going to be comparatively in this scenario, in this specific case, comparatively less. Also, second thing, what I have experienced, if you go into the market talking to people who are wanting to get a lot of money by investing less, you're gonna get people who are desperate,
yeah, correct, correct.
bonus at times, and fortitude to get to the final number, or patience in that sense to get to that final number, right? So they will be like, okay, it's been 2 months, I'm not making money, which is takes 1 year to make that kind of money, or 2 years to take that kind of money. So वो भी एक factor होता है which is there. Even in our line of work, I prefer not taking desperate clients. If they are being desperate, कि, okay, we have to get here, like I'm losing patience, I'm like, I don't want to work, because money takes time. Actual money takes time to.
Got it. So maybe this concept, not maybe, but this concept is called dropshipping only. I
Yes.
think when it was very new, it was
26.
very exciting. So मैंने सुना है लोगों ने बहुत पैसा कमाया भी
बहुत,
है,
I know a
बहुत
lot of
कमाया.
people.
You would know a lot of people. I'm also aware of those. Now, a lot of people have come up, like they've just started selling anything on Meesho. पीछे से boxes दिखा दिए that ये मेरे 200 orders हैं. But when you actually see their setup, you see a lot of things. And I'm like, अगर इतनी sales हो रही हैं तो lifestyle तो next level upgrade हो. So that is why I was coming back with you the same question. Do you mean to say कि अगर कोई drop shipping के बारे में बता रहा है, what are the steps you would advise to the audience or viewers that if they're doing anything or desperate for the sake of money, these are the 4 or 5 steps they should check in order to check the originality or authenticity of the person or maybe of that industry.
Right, right, right. So of the person, so I can't get into that. But yeah, in terms of industry, I would always ask people to research a little bit more into the nature of the business that you are wanting to get into. Don't get into something without understanding the nitty-gritties and the technicalities of that industry. There are a lot of people out there who you can just speak to without money. They will get back to you. कि यार, what is the reality? What is the situation? How much do I actually have to time wise and money wise put into the picture? That is the first thing that I would say, to talk to people who do not have anything to do with this influencer who, or this course, or this, entity that you might be wanting to get into business with, right? So just talk to the people in the community to understand, okay, what is the actual scenario, so that you know that how difficult it is. Because in today's time, again, as barrier of entry increases, the dropshipping is also becoming more and more difficult, as people are now started
Correct.
opening their eyes, and they're looking for logical deals. They're looking for branded products. They're not looking for off the shelf products, right?
Correct.
So that is the first one. Second one, be very, very, very sure about the money it is going to actually take, right?
Okay.
Have a cut loss, stop loss in that. How much am I going to actually be putting in and how much is required from a logic perspective, right? Dropshippers are very low in terms of patience, right?
Mhm.
That is something that I have seen. So be very, very sure about all the numbers and everything. There's that. Third, why I got into the agency business is because it requires zero cost to get into it, right? So try to figure out ways to generate money in bulk without investing a lot. Because drop shipping, though the number might look eluding, profit margin and everything karte, you do not end up with a lot, at least initially. Longer term, I am fairly certain it can work out well as well. But for that to happen, you need that kind of fortitude.
True. Very true. Agree with you because now I've seen a lot of people losing a lot of money when they start drop shipping. Because correct me if I'm wrong, when people start to build a brand or start their e-commerce business on Amazon or something, they have that hold or ownership of their own product or even inventory as well. And
Right.
once they start doing it, वो mindset develop होने लगता है कि हाँ, I need to build a brand.
Absolutely.
But when I'm doing drop shipping, more than 50% of the things are not in my hand. Maybe the people who are showing that you will earn this and this much, they're not accounting the factors of cancel COD orders, returns,
Yeah.
replacements, refunds. Do you also feel the same?
Yeah, that always comes later when you are not showing
Yeah.
screenshots. That comes later. But yeah, dropshipping is very trend related. Right now, I know people who have already started running ads for that Labubu doll that is
Lovely.
going viral. I'm fairly certain in 1.5 months that is going to drop, and the person is going to shift his attention to something else. And that is business. You have to always run with the trend. But on the basis of trends, you don't build a brand, right?
No, no, correct, correct.
Dropshippers understand the metrics brand owners
Brand
usually
owners,
talk
yeah.
about because brand building is on the longer term. Dropshipping
Longer term,
short term.
shorter term. Yeah.
Something I like, I talk to the supplier, I run ads for it, I find the creatives, and boom, I got 5,000 customers, sold them the thing, 20% return, doesn't matter, made the money. Next website, this one shut down. Okay, right. So
Hmm.
that's entirely different ideologies that brand owners and dropshippers are going to focus on. Both can build money, both can end up losing in a lot of loss as well.
Got it. Now, coming to Facebook ads now, again, you would be the best person to answer this. What is or where is Facebook ads in 2025? A lot
Right.
of competition has increased because that's what you said. I can start an agency or I can be a freelancer without any investment.
Right.
A lot of people are choosing this as well. Facebook ads tutorial or for beginners, where is Facebook ads in 2025? Because last I've seen a lot of a lot of workshops in the Meta office as well. So over to you.
Right. So I would simply put Facebook ads have actually become simpler as time went by. It used to
Okay.
be very technical back in 2019, 2021, frankly. It has become very simple but simplicity is the ultimate complexity in that sense that because it is simple to use these days, there's a lot of things which you will never be able to figure out because Meta is becoming a black box in its own rights, right? Previously, I recall there used to be a lot of data. You had targeting for almost everything in the world. Right now, we do not have those many targeting options. It is becoming, as I said, more and more creative driven. The targeting has to be in the creative. So if I want to target somebody who likes t-shirts rather than people who are interested in t-shirts, it would be better if I just put it in the creative. I use someone who likes t-shirts. So that is the transition which is happening. It is going back to the roots that it has to advertising has to be a creative first approach.
Got
At
it.
least from a meta advertising perspective, that is where it is going. Also, yes, the competition is increasing. The CPMS have gone up substantially since then and now, right? And also in terms of the number of brands that have gotten into the picture overall, and the number of businesses who are going after that tier one market that India has that does actually the all the transaction online, right? That is increasing, right?
Correct.
Number of brands and everything is going up and up and up, right? And unfortunately, the number of categories that can fit those number of brands is not increasing, right?
Not
India
hitting.
is not innovating from that perspective. I would say that
Correct.
categories are getting into picture. It's just remodeling of an existing thing with a new wrapper, right? So it's a little bit controversial on that sense, but yeah, that is something which newer and newer and newer categories are not always coming out. We are coming out with more shoes, with more
Sure.
designs, at different brands with more shoes, with more designs. But a new way of walking is not something which is coming up, right? Which is a different
Interesting.
concept in its own rights, but that is where a new market comes into picture. So it essentially boils down to the same market, seeing the same brands, seeing the same thing again and again and again and again, with the only change in the wrapper or the branding or the way the product is made or whatever, right? So that is from a market perspective. But yeah, Facebook ads is becoming simpler but very creative first.
Got it. Got it. So one problem which everyone is seeing on Amazon ads, I'm sure you would have been seeing on Facebook ads as well, is the rising cost of CPC,
Yeah,
cost per click. On
yeah,
Amazon, it's going super high. It was started going super high for skincare, but now it is going higher for all the categories as well. I'm sure that would be the case in Facebook ads as well.
absolutely.
So, do you feel is there any solution for rising CAC or rising CPC if someone is running Facebook ads?
Rising CAC and rising CPC definitely is a troublesome thing, right? All it comes down to is like I like dumbing down things rather than looking at the technicalities and all. All it means is that the people that you are reaching out to right now are bored of the thing that you are selling them.
Got it.
Simple as that. So come up with something new, refresh the ad creative style, right? Try some different things that you have done right now, right? And then see the impact that it creates, right? That is why we must have seen that whenever we launch a new product, and in mostly brands, whenever we launch a new product, our sales go up and then it tanks down again because you have offered to the same audience or the people that you are reaching out to a newer and more interesting thing, and they are maybe bored of your product. So it has to be looked at from a product perspective. What people usually, do wrong is that they start to overanalyze on the metrics. Okay, now you are doing something wrong, and that is why my business is not going up, right? Facebook ads is just a reflection tool. It is not what drives your business. Your business, the products that you have, the marketing that you do, that drives it. This is just a reporting tool.
Yeah, correct. I say this to everyone. Technology कितनी भी आगे चली जाए, product quality and customer were the king and they will be the king tomorrow as well. So maybe better creative ad or maybe deep diving more into analytics if the product quality is not good and if you're ignoring the customer feedback, I think you're bound to lose very soon.
Absolutely.
Now, when Facebook ads are done, after clicking on the ad, customer or a viewer lands on the website. A very important point comes again is the conversion rate optimization. But before that, do you feel are there any steps on how to improve ROAS while running Facebook ads?
Right. So I'll give an example to this. So what I usually look at is what we call in our industry is funnel metrics. Okay.
Got it.
Which is basically, let's assume that your product is priced at 1,000 rupees. Let's assume that, right? For me to be having a ROAS of let's say 3x, right? Or let's say for ease of my calculation 4x, right? If I want a ROAS of 4x, my cost per acquisition needs to be 250 rupees
Correct.
on an average. It means that my cost per initiate checkout, assuming that 50% people who purchase, there's a drop of almost 50% between initiate checkout and purchase. Let's say that 50%. So my cost of initiating checkout is 125 rupees. It means my add to cart cost essentially needs to be roughly about 70.
Got it.
Assuming that there is a 50% drop. Now see where your actual stats stand. Where is that drop happening? This is a hypothetical situation. So I am dumbing it down and easing it up. For a profitable business to be there, it all needs to make sense as per the unit economics, which people really do not look at.
Not look at.
And based on that, what should your add to cart percentage be? Which is a very simple mathematics you can do on Excel or manually as well. And that's your answer. Is it matching or not? Right? It could be that your CPC is high. If the CPC is high, it means the ad needs to be better, the CPM needs to be lower. Right? Agar 1,000 ka product hai, then my CPC ideally, as per my experience, needs to be about 1% of the AOV, which is 10 rupees.
10 rupees.
Usually 8 to 10 rupees hoga, good enough hai, right? So is it, let's say 30 rupees, then you are screwed, right? Then you are not getting as many clicks for a 4x ROAS. You can still do better as a for a 2x ROAS, but 4x नहीं हो पाएगा at a 30 rupees CPC, right? यहीं पे अगर आपका AOV had it been somewhere around let's say 20,000, then at 30 rupees CPC is fine, it's beautiful, right? So according to that, our calculation needs to fit in. And where is it that you are screwing up? Is it pre-click? Let's say I'm getting a CPC of 5 rupees, like beautiful, great clicks from a conversion audience. Now when I look at it, okay, after 5 rupees ka click, 20 rupees, it is 300 rupees. Now I know that my product cart is not happening. So what can I do? What can I do to make the value proposition better, right? So this is the thought process which needs to go into picture. मैं simply बोलता हूँ अगर ROAS आना होता तो आ जाता. Had the ROAS needed to be there, it would have easily come, right? It's just that your product does not associate with the AOV that you're wanting to sell it at times. or it might not be looking good. Might not be your competitor might be having a better value proposition as compared to you. The flow might be screwed up. So many moving pieces you have to sort, and you need to see the gap. There is a pre-click issue or a post-click issue, and then you have to optimize.
Got it. I think you mentioned a great point on AOV and ASP that I also keep explaining it to the clients that when you look back at ROAS, look at 3 steps back, look at the metrics of CPC conversion rate and also ASP. Because
Right.
before going ahead, clients also ask me how much ROAS I can get. I directly ask to them, you tell me your ASP, you tell me your CPC, and you tell me your CVR. If your competitor, which is at 500, getting a ROAS of 4, for the same product, maybe with a better quality, you are selling at 700, you will never get that same ROAS. First of all, your expectation should not be there. So do you also feel the same that looking at AOV or ASP is also crucially
Absolutely.
important rather than overlooking at CPC conversion rate and all? Now, I'd like to understand on difference when we come into Facebook and Google. I think you mentioned from the founder and from the freelancer perspective, in terms of results or in terms of expectations, how should they look at the difference, or what is the difference between Facebook ads and Google ads today in 2025? Because why I'm asking, both of their landing pages are same. Both of them are landing on their own website.
Yes, right. Context is what differs. Meta is an exploration channel.
Got
Google
it.
is not an exploration channel. Ideally, it is a intentful channel, right?
Got it.
I am exploring 5 different brands on Meta. I am more than happy to do it. On Google, it is more specific. I know what I'm looking for, ideally, right? Even if I am exploring, I have my top contenders in my mind, essentially, right? That is how the platform, like a person's behavior on search and social varies, ideally, right? So that is why you need to have a certain amount of category dominance for Google Ads to work for you. Now, this is from the perspective of your usual DTC brand. Some DTC brands are fairly more technical in nature, right? Like let's say you are selling laptops. Now, I would, as a person, not buy laptops by looking at the specifications on a mobile phone. A technical purchase requires you to sit, analyze, cross question, cross
Right.
analyze. Same for real estate. Real estate is a big purchase. You might add a lead on the phone, right? But you are looking but I think you'll get an equally good chance of getting customers from Google Ads as well.
Right.
People are actively looking for these things. People search for apparel. Do it on Meta. Google, not really. Nobody
Not
searches
really.
for these things.
Okay.
अगर कपड़ा कोई ढूंढता है, people usually look for brands. So that is how customer behavior, varies from category. If you are a design first brand, Meta is a better place to go because you are
Got
not
it.
doing anything technically. You are not doing anything that a person will search for you, right? You are doing it on design. Design is visual, Meta, right? If you are doing something which is slightly more right brain involving in the technical nature, home decor. Home decor does very well whenever people are looking for products to put in their curtains. Length देखनी होती है, visualize कराना होता है. Feel like it looks better on laptop or a desktop, or on the search platform, people are going to behave for that. So that is how I usually look at these customer behaviors and see where our product fits. Like we have one brand, they were selling watches. We worked with them for 2.5 years. And the watches were like high-end watches and everything, 40,000 AOV. Worked better on Google Ads from a ROAS perspective. We were getting 10x to 12x. On Meta, 3 to 4x, because Meta, though was driving ROAS and volume, was never able to match that level of purchase clarity that a person was.
Purchase clarity.
Yes,
Correct.
from Google. So it has to make sense, but it essentially comes down to the way that the customers behave on these channels.
Coming back to a very important question, someone wants to start a D2C brand today, and I think you would also come across this question maybe in the events, maybe while talking with the founder. Where should a D2C brand start selling first? Is it marketplaces, or is it on their own website, or start building them together? Is there a roadmap, or are there any set of questions they first need to have answers on before deciding the channel?
Right. See, both platforms are fine to start with. There are a lot of brands that started D2C first and to do crazy numbers on marketplaces, and there's absolutely opposite brands as well that went to marketplace first and then build their D2C. Boat is one of them. I think Bella
Yeah.
Vita started in a similar fashion. It all comes down to what nature, again, what nature of product you are and who you are as a person, essentially. Logistics and everything. If you can take the control of those things in your hand, and you have like the fairly technical understanding of getting the ad creative, if you can basically take responsibility for every aspect of your business from the get-go, then start with your DTC Shopify website first. If you think that okay, this will take me some time to get into, then leave the logistics and the other specifics of the product on to these marketplaces, and just focus on getting the products procured, some amount of marketing, some technical know-how. So it can be built in either direction. It all comes down to what are you more comfortable with, I believe.
Got it. Now, extended question on this. If someone wants to start a D2C brand today, which are the categories you feel those are still untapped, not tapped as much beauty, skincare, and fashion, where they can try stepping up into it, considering that they are bootstrapped and have a higher chances of becoming profitable in future?
I would put my bets on parenting and kids. That is one niche
Interesting.
which I
Interesting.
have not seen a lot of people dive into, and that has an unlimited potential. Considering from a business development perspective, that is an ever rising, ever self-renewing market. Essentially, kids are always going to be there. New parents are always going to be there, and parents tend to purchase, without thinking a lot for their kid, right?
Correct.
If you
Correct.
have a
Correct.
good
Correct.
value proposition, if you can give a good product, it will align with the customer. We have worked with a lot of kids brands, so I see that as fairly untapped because nobody talks about that as much.
Yeah, yeah, I also agree on parenting and kids because more from the business angle as well, that maybe my unit economics allows me to go up to 1200. But since it's a product for kids, and when a parent buys for kids, that is a bit of fear as well, that I want the best quality.
Best quality.
Maybe not the right way, maybe take a bit of advantage of that and take the price to 1500 if the quality is fine. Because
Absolutely.
one of the brands which came on Amazon, they just launched a bento box at a price of 1800, and it's been just like 1.5 years, and they've just tapped the market. The only brand at 1,800 rupees, and just it's not like a 2 to 3 this kind of compartment, just a simple box, stainless steel, BPA free, plastic free, good design. That's it. I think this is where I feel. And second, I think the category which I would think you would also agree, beauty and skincare for adults has gone. I think hardly any gap is there, but skincare for kids and skincare for teenagers,
Yeah.
maybe because of the weather changes, weathers have become extreme right now.
Yes.
Pollution is there everywhere. So maybe that's where I feel that kids' skin needs a different product, I think, which we are using. And I think
Certainly.
maybe when we turn a father in future, I wouldn't be comfortable giving a Dove to them. I would know that maybe Johnson and Johnson was one of the brand. One very important question everyone is talking about since 6 months, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and now with Google VO3. Want to understand from the aspect of role of AI in e-commerce, advantages and challenges. Maybe will AI replace us as persons?
Right, though all very early to say on the specifics, I think ad creatives is something which definitely it will impact. I was telling a client of mine ki use AI not for they were dissatisfied with the ad creatives AI was giving. So I said that
Yeah, yeah, correct.
don't delegate the entire ad creative.
Entire ad creative.
Use AI to tell a story which you yourself can never do. Simple. If you want to say that I went up to space, like this t-shirt is gonna make you feel like you are in space. You cannot take the model to space. Show space, right? So some interesting thing happening also, a person drifting with that is something which AI will let you. So use AI to create a more compelling story than what you already are telling, right? There is that is one input that I have, and I told all my brands that ones that we are doing creatives for as well. Don't use AI for just whole creative. Use it to tell very compelling stories, and that is where the copywriting comes into play. So if you're a good copywriter, you will be able to come up with good copies and then use AI to validate those and turn those into ad creatives, right? Without having a huge budget, right? That's one.
Got it.
In
Interesting.
terms of the e-commerce specifically, product visualization is something which I think AI can surely get very much
Correct.
do it the right way. Okay, how this product is going to look on you, how it's going to feel, interact with it before purchase. I think that is something which will surely impact as well.
Got it. Now, just want to spend last few minutes. I think since you help other agencies grow as well, just want to understand the top three mistakes maybe the new agency founders or the new freelancers are making, which you think they shouldn't make in order for them to grow faster.
Right. So I would say there are a lot many mistakes that founders make, but the biggest one is focusing only on sales and not looking at the service delivery. And the polar opposite of it, which we also did, not focusing a lot on sales and focusing only on service delivery. So you can't be on either side. It's sirf sales, but then sirf my client have the best results, right? It has to be in the middle, which you are okay to lose out on a certain few clients if they are not getting good results, but always have a sales approach or a sales pipeline going on. That is not something that a lot of people have, right? Second is sales pipeline itself, or essentially channel of acquisition. A lot of people, whenever we used to speak to agency owners, usually end up, I usually work on referrals of people who refer to me. That is the only sales channel I have, right? That is not active sales. I believe that
That is not active sales.
right.
Correct.
You need to be having ads, you need to be having outbound DMs, social media content, inbound, whatever you can to get a person to get their butts on the seats right in front of you. Simple as that. These are the two things which are primarily sales related and the way you run your business. But these are the two things. And the third, which I also took time initially back in 2019, because in Indians we are not very accustomed to that, delegation. Right? Money to make money, essentially, if you want to build a bigger business. So you need to be okay with shelling out a few dollars just to set up the right team, because once you do, then you can only scale it up. Else you will yourself become the bottleneck in your business.
Got it. Great point. Now, I would like to extend only on this. When you mentioned that how to build the right team, what are the three non-technical skills or maybe stuff which you focus on before hiring it?
It's non-technical. The person should be. These are very facile things, but yeah, person should be punctual and timely. Frankly, if they are having a first interaction with you, they should be on time. They should respect your time and theirs as well, right? There should be a good amount of onus, and by onus, I do not mean that they should be looking at your company as theirs. That's never going to happen.
That's never going to happen.
Onus of yourself, right? If you are expecting a call to happen at 2, you should be, and you do not have the link already for the meeting, you should be following up, right?
Yeah,
You should be
right.
going after the person to get an answer if there is a rejection, right? You should be showing an sense of onus on your own things. Only then you will be able to take onus on the responsibilities I give you. A lot of people become very casual. Okay, interview de diya, now not we want to follow up with them, but there should be a sense of that I want to work with you as well, right? So that is usually a downer, I would say, when you are hiring. And then essentially it comes down to technical know-how in the end of the day. So she should be having technical understanding, but personal and soft skills are more important, I believe.
Very important.
Only
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
can be improved very easily. Soft skills, or how the person deals with a situation or a client or any situation in general, that is more important. Cannot be.
Got it. I think I'm done. Thank you so much for giving your time. It was great interacting with you. Again, I think we did way back in 2023 as well. But thank you so much for giving your time. Last section is a small section on rapid fire.
Sure.
I'll just ask you 4 to 5 questions and you have to answer it in just a blink, whatever comes right on the top of your mind. Yeah. Your favorite D2C brand?
My favorite D2C brand right now would be, let's say, Mokobora.
Got it. Your favorite book or the book which you are reading right now?
Book I'm reading right now, there are two. One is Character Limit, and the other I have almost completed is After Steve.
Great. Extension to it, along with this, any 3 books you would suggest to maybe someone into marketing, business, agency, or someone into D2C or e-commerce?
Yes. One would be Ogilvy on advertising. That would be my first one. Second one would be Steve Jobs biopic,
Got it.
is biography. That is the second one I would surely tell people. And third one would be anything to do with sales, anything that you can focus on from a sales perspective.
Got it. Any one lesson you wish you knew when you were starting?
It will take time and focus on sales.
Got it. Perfect. And your recent or your next travel destination you went or you are planning to?
Last one I went was Jaipur, which I was in till yesterday, the day before yesterday. So yeah, that was the previous one. Next, I think we are gonna go maybe international only. I don't know where, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Got it. Perfect. I think I'm done. Thank you so much for giving your time. Any end few words, if you want, please feel free to say.
Not anything, man. Majorly, keep scaling. Anybody who is listening to this, keep figuring out, keep testing, keep scaling.
Got it. Thank you, Faisal. It was great interacting with you.
Hi everyone, this is your host back again, Sunny Wadhwani. Thank you so much for watching the entire episode. Means a lot to us, and it really helps us to keep working hard and hard. Now, I would want you to do 3 things. One is hit the subscribe button, because for you it is free, and you know that the content creation game is becoming hard and hard more now because it's so many content creators out in the market. And if you subscribe, it really motivates us and gives us that extra push to keep providing you more and more valuable content and keep bringing you more and more guests, so that on the basis of their experience you can stop your mistakes and you can grow faster than them. Second, do share what is that one thing you liked and what is that one thing you didn't like in this episode in the comment box below, so that we can improve in our content basis on your comments in future. Third thing, do share this video with your friends, family members, office colleagues, older friends, school friends, founder community, or whichever professional community you are into, with someone who is already in the process of building a brand online, who are into D2C, e-commerce, online business, or anything related to it, so that they can also learn from it. And if you share more and more, it will also helps us and motivates us to keep providing you more and more valuable content. Thank you so much. See you soon in the next video.